So here's a story about how Egyptian President Gamal Abdel Nasser came to the aid of Patrice Lumumba and his family. At the height of the Congo crisis, Lumumba became convinced that there were serious threats to the safety of himself and his family. He felt he could not act as freely as he wanted with his wife and especially his children around in the Congo. So he came to a conclusion that his children should be sent to another country where they would be guaranteed safety. As a result of this, he made a request to President Nasser for sanctuary in Egypt for his children. President Nasser readily agreed to Lumumba's request with great pleasure. He was more than happy to do something concrete to help Lumumba in those perilous times. Knowing the great risk involved for whoever decided to give his family sanctuary, Lumumba knew that Nasser was one of the few who was brave enough to stand up to the challenge, and he was proven right. The mission to fly Lumumba's children from the Congo to Egypt was a dangerous one due to the powerful forces that were against Lumumba. It involved tremendous risks, but the Egyptian diplomats in the Congo at the time had assured Lumumba of their readiness to secretly get his children out of the Congo. Just days after President Nasser gave the green light, Lumumba's 2 children were put on a flight that was leaving Kinshasa for Brussels. The plane was to make a stop in another European city, and the plan was to then transfer the children onto another flight that was headed to Cairo. The whole operation was carried out with a lot of skill. Lumumba's children traveled under the Egyptian name Abdelaziz. It was the name of the diplomat that they traveled with. They had this name because they were being passed off as being his children. For all those who were involved in this secret mission, there was a lot of anxiety, as even the slightest mistake could have jeopardized everything and resulted in the children being stopped from leaving the Congo. There was sure to be serious ramifications diplomatically and politically too if this happened. Ultimately, the children of Patrice Lumumba arrived in Cairo, Egypt safe and sound. This brought great relief to Lumumba, as he was dreading the prospect of something going wrong. The Lumumba children, named Patrice and Francois, were very well taken care of in Egypt, and President Nasser met them personally on multiple occasions. Later, after Lumumba was assassinated, his wife, Pauline Opango, joined their children in Egypt, where they lived under the protection of President Nasser.